Hi, I'm James Capola, fitness and mindset coach, and today we're going to talk about carbs. So I just got back from Rockland Bakery, which is heaven on earth. It's one of the best bakeries in New York. And I got 6 bagels here that I'm going to slice and save, and a loaf of Italian bread that I'm going to turn into garlic bread for some guests later. Now, there's a good number of you that feel like carbs are the devil. And one of the first things you do when going on a diet is either low carb, no carb, keto, or whatever the hell you want to do to eliminate an entire macronutrient. So what do you think eventually happens when you live a life of restriction like that? I'll tell you exactly what happens. When you go to an extreme on one side of the spectrum, you will inevitably go to an extreme on the other side of the spectrum. And you have a cheat meal or a cheat day having foods like this.
She said 3D. I go in the jungle and they got a coat. I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do for the fam.
Now let me make something very, very clear. I am not shaming anyone, okay? What you eat and what you do is your business. I'm just pointing out something that I have seen a lot through my career. See this? See this? See this bread? I'm much bigger than this bread. I'm much stronger than this bread. This bread does not hold power over me. I can do whatever the fuck I want. If you have a gluten intolerance and nor allergy, then I understand. Bread is not your friend. However, if you are convinced that these bagels, this bread, is the reason why you cannot reach your goal weight, then I'm sorry, but you are very, very mistaken. Now, just like anything else, whether it's fruit, whether it's meat, you can overindulge, okay? There still needs to be portion control, and that's the bottom line. So my point is, yes, I'm grating butter. This is what you do if you want softened butter and you don't want to wait for it. Maybe you won't be craving such an intense, over-the-top cheat meal if you allow yourself some grace and know that you're not going to implode if you have carbohydrates. Also, when you balance out your nutrition, you won't have to go so extreme when you want an indulgence, because you'll be more satiated and you'll have more control to keep showing up for yourself. If you change the narrative and you believe that you can actually have a quality of life while prioritizing your health, then all of a sudden you're in the driver's seat. And again, you have control. How do I know all this? Because I lived that restrictive life. There was a time when I was so obsessed with my body that I was only allowed carbs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And do you know what those carbs were? Cashy Goleen. Yeah, the cardboard that they serve for breakfast. So please believe me when I tell you, I'm not saying all this to make you feel bad. I know how hard of a journey it is. I know how much of a struggle it is and how much misinformation there is. But I'm letting you know right now, carbs, sweets, whatever it is not the problem. It all comes down to balance, portion control, and listening to your body. You have to remember that what someone says is not an absolute. It can very well not affect you the way that they're saying. And you shouldn't let fear dictate your actions, especially if it lowers your quality of life. Now, this is my cheesy garlic bread, and it's incredible, and I can't imagine a world in which I wouldn't be allowed to have this. I'm going to enjoy my prosciutto and garlic bread. Thank you. Excuse me.